ladies and gentlemen, here's a quick video walk around of the 85 Ford Mustang LX Coupe with the tweed interior, and all the details and specs of the car can be found up on the web page included in this ad for the car. So first, let's just show you where it lived for 10 years. It's a garage, cleanest room in the house. Reason we're selling it, going into the drone business, have another very expensive hobby. Had the car for a long time to move on to new things, something I can make a little money with, have some fun with. Very expensive hobby. Haven't been able to drive the car as much as I want, so let's get it into the hands of somebody who can really enjoy it. It is an enjoyable car. Let's just do a little walk around. Got a set of Nitto tires on the back for stickiness, drag radials, very aggressive set of BF Goodrich Ariel, almost racing tires. Gives a great grip handle. Car handles great. Car's in extremely nice shape. Gets compliments anywhere I go. Trophies in many shows. I forgot to show you all the trophies it's got. Very fast, very reliable. Not too radical. It's got a 347 stroker in it. Fordstroker.com. Woody, master engine builder. Took all the worry about finding a reputable machine shop. I shop for machine shops around this area, and you would not believe the line of BS I got from all these guys. Prices out of nowhere. Just didn't trust them. All right, let's go into the interior. Try to keep the interior as stock as possible. I bought the car totally bone stock from a guy in upstate New York. He was body man. He painted this car, did a fantastic job on it. I'm sorry, sidetracked from the interior. I want to show you the pinstripes he painted on this car. Very subtle, very tasteful. Really accents the car. But once again, not gaudy, and they don't really jump out at you. They're just there. Now let me show you the interior of the 85 Mustang. Pretty proud of it. Gets tons of attention, tons and tons of compliments. At the shows, you'd be surprised how many people just stick their heads in here and just look at it and compliment me on it. It's one of the reasons I bought it. Try to keep it as stock as possible. It's got the much sought after tweed interior. This was the interiors that brought the most money at the recent Barrett-Jackson auction, where these Fox body Mustangs just lit on fire. Original low mileage Fox bodies were bringing $25,000, $35,000, $40,000. Not saying this one's worth that, but these guys are coming into their own. These are now officially investment cars. All right, so this video is not going to do it justice, but these seats are in just almost brand new condition. No tears, no stains. I'll show you some pictures of the back seat because the video won't really look good back there. Did make some good, nice changes, subtle changes to the dash. Really proud of the dash. We pulled the dash pod out, got rid of the useless stock gauges, and put a set of Automator, the Ford racing style gauges in. You have an oil pressure, working oil pressure. These light up also at night. I've got a picture, I've got a video of that. I think you already saw it. I got water pressure, water temp. We have your voltmeter and your boost gauge. Really a vacuum gauge. We use it for tuning. Since the car doesn't have any AC, we use one of the AC vents to put an innovative motorsport air fuel ratio meter in there. It is hooked up to a wideband O2 sensors for tuning the carb. Upgraded this to an Alpine receiver, CD receivers, Bluetooth, talk to your phone through it. Push button starter. I always wanted a push button starter when I put the PA Performance Mini high performance mini starter in here. We put a push button start in there. It's got a little high performance 347 badge. Your classic Hurst shifter and shifter ball, although it is a Steeda triax shifter. It's been installed. I like that better than the Hurst. So you say, where's the gas gauge? I have to have a gas gauge with this gas hog. Where it belongs, out of sight. We built a custom bracket for it, and nice gas gauge that works. It's not totally accurate. If you buy the car, I'll show you. It works. It works from a quarter up to full. So you just have to get used to it, but it does work. Put a new set of. We took the gray carpet out and put a brand new set of black carpet in. A year ago, less than a year ago, 2 years ago. All right, so that's the interior. Close up of the seats. Let's see if we can get the back seat. It's a little cramped back there. Back seat's in nice shape as the front seats. Door panels all in nice shape. Also, forgot to tell you, they put a new headliner in it. The old headliner was just a little smudgy. Just didn't like it. All right, there you have it. All right, here's the star of the show. Here we have a stoutly built small block Ford 347 stroker. We'll start at the top, just give you a little rundown of some of the parts that were used. Topping it off with a quick fuel 650 CFM polished double pumper carb. Sits on top of the Edelbrock Performer aluminum manifold. Stock ignition, more reliable than the MSDs or most anything else you can buy, and perfectly good up to 65, 6,700 RPM. It's got a modified advance curve, MSD cap. Vacuum advance is adjustable. Let's see, next on the list would be the Lunati Bootlegger Cam. It's got a wicked idle. I think you heard it already. They did a fabulous job building a cam that's very streetable, but sounds like a race car when it's idling. Pulls strong from around 2,800 to 6,400 RPM. It'll spin to 67, 68. I do not spin it to that. Sitting on a set of AFR 185cc aluminum heads. These are the competition package. Have the Pack Racing springs. Great heads, love them. Breathes through a set of Flowtech headers. These things came in pieces for easy fit. I say screw easy fit. I don't like leaks, so we had a exhaust shop brazed them or welded them all shut. So they're all one-piece headers. So if you look up Flowtech headers and you see that they come in pieces, disregard that. These are all one-piece welded headers. Sitting on top of a short block that I built from the ground up. It was a do-it-yourself kit from Woody at FordStrokers.com. Woody is a renowned, very highly regarded, great engine builder. He came up with the idea of just giving us a complete bottom end kit, block, all the internals balanced, matched, machined properly. It does a fabulous job. I just didn't trust any of the machine shops around here. If you ever shop for machine work on motors, it's an eye-opener. These guys are just unbelievable. Don't trust them. Cooling it, it's a Howie aluminum racing radiator with a shroud and about a 750, 800 CFM Polar fan. Keeps the car very, very cool. It's never ever overheated, even at the Ford American Muscle Ford show where the lines were kind of long getting in there on a really hot day. It did not overheat. Surprised me. It's got a Stewart polished high performance water pump. I don't know if you can see the 110 gallon Holley, also polished aluminum. High output fuel pump, K&N filter with a filter magnet. Got a very extremely strong magnet on there. Keeps any particles that may or may not be in the motor. Got rid of the heavy alternator brackets that were stock. You can see it's a real nice looking aluminum brackets. Does a great job. MSD ignition, Sparksy distributor, and let's see what else you need to know about it. 135 amp alternator. You get complete specs of this motor up on its website. The car has its own website, complete build. It's got tons of videos, specs of everything that we've done to the car, parts that were put into the car. I mean, if you're spending this kind of money for a nice car, you know, sure a lot nicer than a couple pictures and a short description from whoever's buying it, and you're looking to spend this kind of money. When you buy this car, you're going to feel comfortable you're getting a great car after looking at that site. What else can we show you? We ran the gas around the back. It's pretty untraditional. Most people run it up front where it gets all this hot air from. Aluminum caster camber plates are very prominent here. Shows it off. Just a great looking motor. Of course, your American Muscle decal. Good running car. No problems with it. Gets oil changed twice during the summer season when I drive the car. And currently it's got some just regular oil in it. I haven't changed the filter yet. For winter, we drain these royal purple is what I run, 5W30 oil in it during the season. During the winter, when it's not driven, it just sits with some cheap oil. So when you do buy this, you're going to need to get rid of the cheap oil in here, put some good oil of your choice. I like the royal purple. You put whatever you want in there. So that's a motor. So you've seen, go up to the site, check the site out. Anything I missed is going to be up there. You got it. All right, let's take a look underneath the car, show you what we did to the chassis, rear end. Let's start up front. I probably can't see it, but we do have a safety drive shaft loop. We have a Ford Motorsport aluminum drive shaft, much lighter than the stock, balanced a little bit better. MagnaFlow exhaust system, H-pipe, standard H-pipe. Bilstein shocks, totally rebuilt brakes, new drums, new everything, brake-wise hardware. Set of lowering E-box springs, gives the car a great stance. Stock sway bar. You can see the boxed upper control arms and the Maximum Motorsport tubular lower control arms, powder coated. Very nice control arms, made the car hook up a lot better, handles better, love it. Talk about the rear. 8.8 replaces a 7.5 inch rear. It's been beefed up a little bit. We've got brand new everything in it. New set of Ford Motorsport 410 racing gears. It's got the Ford Motorsport carbon fiber clutch plates for a little bit better traction. It's just strong, much stronger plates. All polyurethane bushings everywhere. All new bearings in the rear, heavy duty control arm, Ford and Ray, you can't see that's on the front of it, but the control arms hook up to the rear, Ford Motorsport, heavy duty bushings, all new bearings, all new seals, pretty much a brand new rear here. Pretty stout and very quiet. If you can see, a custom set of subframe connectors. These were custom bent and welded while the car was sitting on the ground, or on a drive-on lift actually. These just add some rigidity to the chassis. Pretty much it. All the specs to the rear. Transmission, engine, you can find on the website under specs. Over and out for the rear. All right, show you a quick view of the trunk. We got your NHRA required on-off switch for the alternator and battery cutoff. Move the battery to the trunk. That's a Sears Die-Hard, fairly new. Not much to see back here. Clean trunk, fresh set of carpeting. Some nice decals that have all the components you put in the car. It kind of looks nice when it's open. Does not come with a toolbox. Can't really see the wiring that well. Sorry, we'll get some still pictures, but that's the trunk.